Welcome back, guys, to the Democratic Saga. I'm the voice of dog, and with me is raving loon. Here's Hogan. We haven't talked to him in a while. The blonde axeman, one of two twins from a small village near Skogar, is chopping into a fallen tree for no apparent reason. His swings look dangerous. You okay, buddy? He glares at you. You look like you wish that piece of wood was me. Oh, he's having doubts. Well, your brother's dead, so you probably shouldn't have left with the ravens. Hogan doesn't really see the point in it. Brother's gone. Wife and children are frightened of everything around them, including me. Hogan is changing. Hmm. Interesting dialogue choice. What do we say to Hogan?
Your child's still alive.
Yeah, right? Go be a family man, because your family's still alive. He may drop out of our group, but... Also, yeah, Bulwark would have totally been into you taking your family along. Yeah, sure, that's a thing he does. Alright, 4 is a bit ahead. What do you want to do? He thinks it's good to be out there fighting. Makes him feel alive. Hmm. You make big decisions every day. Just make this for me, will you? Alright, here it is. Here's the answer. I do like
What a good expression down there.
Yeah, I like the third one. It's a good option. Keep chopping that log. That log has all the answers. You will whittle. You will carve an answer out of that tree. Also, yeah, a lot of people died when those cragsmen attacked. So right now, you should probably be able to make a case for, I don't know, being kind of a psychopath. Looks like 3 is catching up. It might overtake it. And there's the tie. And it pulls ahead. Yeah. The answer tree. If I'm gonna swing this thing, it might as well be at something trying to hurt my family. The axeman looks somewhat relieved, if not a bit guilty. A few more fights, then. Okay. He will stay in the back row, just in case we need him. God, they took away our 4 most reliable strongman. Well, not so much Grit. Well, Gris could be very powerful, actually. Gris is a perfectly serviceable character with Battering Ram. He has returned the favor. That means he might get Bring the Pain later on, but that's not until like rank 6. How many days of food do we have? 14. Yeah, we could definitely rest. That's a pretty good party for now. Ivor is also there in case we need him. Oh, right, the ribbon skull. Protects from death unless strength is 1, but -3 armor, but 35% dodge strength attacks. Interesting. Hang on for dear life.
This baby skull that makes you invincible.
Oh yeah, it's an infant skull. That's right. We want Oddleaf to be the super archer. Yeah, here's Okay, she's already going to get range. So I think I want her to have slag and burn. Yeah, because Bird of Prey is just the one that lets her get more range. Slag and burn is utility.
Oddleaf, destroyer of worlds.
Mm-hmm. Puncture and oh. Did something happen? Or am I dropping frames? No, it looks like I'm okay. Alright, confirm. Yeah, kind of wish I hadn't spent that renown on Yersa, but whatever. She's around. Any more training? Okay. A 106 fighters and 200 Varl. The rain finally ceases, but the wind picks up. You squint into the gusts and have a clear view of the vast plains ahead. There doesn't seem to be much out there, Ivor says. His tone conveys wonder and concern in equal measure. Well, here we are. We've made it through the swamp. We are on the plains. And there's Grundar. The ground shakes again, enough to cause the yaks to strain at their leads and panic. Out here in the plains with nothing but open sky above, you feel remarkably vulnerable. Only a few trees around and no mountains, Hakon says in a wry tone. Looks like we only have to worry about the ground opening up beneath us. He shrugs at the look you give him.
Grundar almost looks forgotten by the rest of the world. Maybe those who live here have forgotten the rest of us too.
In a field just outside of Grundar, the caravan spots several creatures you assumed were myth. You guys ready for a new kind of unit? I don't believe it. 2 horseborn hold simple bronze weapons and stand guard over a few others who look wounded, unable to rise. The size of the caravan makes them nervous. Oddleaf wants to see if they're real. So, in this world, it's been mentioned in the first game that horses do not exist. The reason for that is because there was a race of other horses who were mad about that, and they killed the regular horses. That's the long and short of it, basically. No one has seen them in a very long time. Didn't know if they existed anymore. Yeah, let's go see the horsies. The two of you advance 100 yards, showing every sign of respect and peace. A number of clansmen push closer too. Hello. The male horseborn stops a hoof repeatedly. The female, tail whipping, brandishes a javelin. The caravan is scaring them. Tell everyone to move back, or just the archers to put down their bows. Oh no, we will definitely meet centaurs. They just wanted to, like, wait, what? Is that really... Is that... It is. Looks like one is slightly ahead. Alright. Your sudden shout spooks the female horseborn. She throws a javelin which pins the ground near your feet. Several archers fire, but their shots are wide. No more arrows. The male says something in what sounds like a long stream of consonants. The female lowers her second javelin. We just want to help. The male's tail swishes. You help? By the way, his name is Scathawk. How do you pronounce that? Because I'm just going to call it Scathatch.
The Hatchman.
Yeah, Hatchman. His voice sounds strained and his mouth moves uncomfortably around the foreign words. Also, look at his hair. He's got sweet hair. These guys are stylish. Yes, help. Oddleif steps aside as you wave for Ivan to help. Do you speak horse? The female looks agitated. She speaks in their strange way. The male responds to her, then turns to you. Scathawk? Yeah, that makes sense. Scathawk. Help Roark and the others. I'll try. This is certainly a first. The standing horseborn step aside, allowing Ivan to approach the wounded fighters. With Ivan and Juno tending to the wounded Roark and the other horseborn, the caravan settles down outside the scant town of Grundar. It appears the town is enjoying a small festival. Quite a few clansmen go over the hill to enjoy the sights and sounds, but soon return looking disappointed. They called us outsiders, a woman says. They don't want us interrupting their wheat harvesting festival. But the merchants don't seem to mind trading. The clansmen soon shrug it off and take renewed interest in the horseborn. Some in awe, others in disgust. Hello. Thank. Also, nice size comparison here. Larger than a human, smaller than a varl. You glance at Ubin, who snorts and smiles. Derdrio? Their names are very tough to say in general. They are not... They do not speak our language. They have picked up some of it, apparently. Thank. Skahawk's tail swats his flanks and bows his head towards Hakon. Varlmans. Same herd? Nice, thanks a lot, frickin' moron. Nice to hear people buy stuff because of my streams. Ubin, who's been around for quite a while, has not seen Horseborn in many years. Last time they saw us was when the humans and Varl were fighting to the death. I think we can ask all of these. Why are you here? Skahawk looks confused by the question, so Ubin shows him the map, pointing to Dalaland and Grundar. Food. Our planes break. So they too have been displaced. Might be justice. Didn't they kill all the horses? His ancestors did. Hey, Hakon, remember these people all have, like, regular lifespans. They don't live through several generations. Rorik, brave fighter, protect food, hit many times. Who was attacking? Skyhawk says many things in his other language. Loon, help.
No. You're on your own.
Oh, it's gone. His eyes go wide. Yeah, something like that. His eyes go wide and he stomps the ground before pointing west. You look at Ubin. No idea what he's trying to say. Was it the people here in Grundar? Scat Hack looks where Hakon is pointing. He shakes his head and points west again. How do you know our language? Skyhawk just stares at you. Where did you learn? Heard little trade with mans in mud. Ah, yes. Have you found the food you were seeking? Enough for time. His hooves scuffed the ground during certain words. Where are the others? Skyhawk, Rorik, Deirdre say. Thanks for the sub, frickin' moron. Much appreciated. So I think here... Do we want horse friends? Their eyes are distinctly different from humans. Kind of interesting. They're like horse eyes, but they're spaced like human eyes, which is odd. Very odd. And unanimously...
Horse eyes, but pointed forward.
Yeah. Skyhawk nods in a movement that uses most of his upper body. They seem to have a lot of body language involved. Man, Varl, horseborn, same herd. Funny. Ruben chuckles as the group separates. Yeah, I do really like these centaur characters. They're interesting. They're very distinct. Have a real cool design to them. They also have a lot of interesting style. Okay, so Deirdre is a cantref. More cautious, ready to attack the most. Family was ambushed and murdered by a previous friendly tribe. Lifelong mistrust. Good. Excellent. She has a poison attack that can do up to 3 strength per round for 3 rounds. Also, horseborn have a passive ability called free roam, which means they get more movement per willpower. They get 2 movement per willpower instead of 1. So they're very good at moving. They can really cover ground quickly. And she's a ranged attacker.
Looking at that sprite there, I suppose they're going to take up 2 tiles like the bears did?
Yes. We also have Rorik. Telu. Telu, I think, are the melee guys. Caps out at 12 armor, 14 strength, and 4 break. Quite good, actually. He's only 10 years old. Interesting. He has Mule Kick. It knocks enemies back. It's basically Battering Ram, but it does damage in a way, I think. Also, his passive is to move after attacking. Yeah, he's different from the ranged horseborn. And I think Skyhawk is the other one, the other Talulu. Telu. Interesting. Oh, he's got trample. Charges forward and tramples an enemy, then attacks from behind. So he's like a backbiter, I say. Also, there's a 20% chance of concussion, which causes the enemy to lose their turn. So, we have some new characters. How about the market? What is this? What is this miniature? This action figure? 2 move, 2 strength resist, 3... God, that's
Why is it
incredible.
so expensive?
Because-
Why can only the greatest of legends use this figurine?
Because it's a rank 10. Because it gives you 2 movement, 2 strength resist, and 3 break. That's crazy.
This powerful figurine.
This figurine. 5 break? Minus 5 attack, but 5 break and 2 movement. We're getting some bizarre things here. That's a level 8. That's a pretty good one. 3 will per kill plus an exertion talent rank. That's also a pretty good one. Yeah, I'll take the I'll take the supplies while we can. Are we injured? I forget. Ivan is injured, but we've got plenty of other characters we could use. Do we have new training with horses? No. Alright, then let's go. Let us continue with our new friends. 2 of the horseborn are heading south to deliver some supplies to their people. Scrivener, what are you thinking? Ubin seems to want to take a detour on his own.
He wants that lore.
Yeah, he does. You know what? This was one of the this is one of the reward tiers in the campaign. Apparently, he gets his own story that they're going to address in the 3rd game or some kind of DLC. So, I think this may unlock that.
The world is breaking. This could be his only chance to write a book about horses.
Yeah. It looks like people want to let him go. Yeah. Yeah, I think that's a good idea. He can take care of himself. Remember that when it comes to dealing with Ruga as well. If he wants to depart, by the gods, let him. Hopefully we'll get to see Ubin again. See you later. Can we not stop him? Okay. Yeah, they gotta set up that thing. Good. Always a good day when you're around. The governor catches up to you and asks for a moment of your time. His bodyguard is beside him, silent. This is Ruga, the governor of Borazgard that we took with us and who is constantly challenging our authority. You can see from his missing hand and his missed neck shot there that more than one person has tried to kill this guy. Actually, that's not his missing hand. That's his missing hand. Something to be said for you getting us across the chasm and the bog. Remember, dealing with Ruga is very perilous. He is always looking for weaknesses to exploit. He wants to lead this caravan. People are leaning towards option 3, which is just say nothing. Don't give him a damn thing to talk about. Not like he deserves it. Yeah, I think that's a good answer. I didn't even notice that said say nothing. Too good to even speak to the people you lead? His words are baited, but you just look at him without responding, which he doesn't seem to like. You'll still fail, and I'll be there to push your face in the dung. 4, punch looted. No, we can't do that. He's nice now. Someone did say in last stream, can we replace all instances of punch looting with punch Ruga? Option 4. Option 6, stab Ruga. Option 6, which we never use. Stay quiet. This is absurd. I come over to offer a truce, but you're clearly not interested in peace. I'm waiting for you to fail. If we can get through this absolute wasteland, I might actually be impressed. Try not to pick up any more strays on the way. Ruga sneers in the direction of the horseborn before walking away. Good conversation. I think you guys did that perfectly. I don't think there's a better way to talk to Ruga than just be absolutely silent if he's just trying to get you off balance.
He wants attention.
Yeah, he really does. Game trail, one of a few gathered hunters says, looking at a beaten trail of grass. No telling what we might find down it, but it'll fill some stomachs. I think Ruga does take a different tone with Alette. He still tries to undermine her, for sure. He's still a dick. That has not changed. Yeah, maybe make a little wager for who brings back the biggest kill.
There is always time for sports.
Absolutely, sports. Everyone in the group starts smiling and tossing coins in a purse before heading down the trail. When it branches, 2 hunters sprint left and 3 think the center trail looks promising. You consider what to do. It's time for sports. Now we are the sport. Oh yeah, he's all polite and yeah. I did play a run with Alette, but I don't remember too much of it. It was a while ago. See, we can search for... People are split between searching for clues and taking the right path, which no one else took. We are tied. We need a tiebreaker vote. 1 or 4? Tiebreaker vote. The path least trodden. You choose to hunt alone and move down the path quietly. Sure enough, a couple of hares bolt for cover before you can sight them, but it's not you they're afraid of. The scent hits you as a bear crashes through the brush nearby. You instinctively aim and fire, scoring a shot no one will ever believe. You shot 537 pounds of meat. However, you are only able to carry 100 pounds back to the caravan. 1 hunter was wounded, but it will heal. The 2 others brought back a large boar, but you are clearly the victor. 5 for now.
Coming back with most of a bear.
No, 1/5 of a bear.
One bear leg to prove the rest of the bear is out there somewhere.
Yeah, and another cute little Oregon Trail reference. I like that a lot. You killed a bear. You can't carry a bear. What do you think this is? Ahead, the caravan comes to an immediate halt. That's the second feigned shoe this bloody beast has thrown of the day, the Yak's tender curses. It will take some time to see to the Yak, so you call for camp. Yeah, Rook just comes back with some slices of bear meat. Hello, Juno. We haven't seen you in a while. While most of the clansmen sleep or lose themselves in drink, Juno requests a moment to speak with you alone. You're doing pretty well. Sounds surprised. Yeah, Juno picked Rook for the task of shooting the arrow. Because she knew he would return to Alette. He would not die. I think she expected Rook to shoot the arrow and die. I don't think she expected it to go down this way. You say nothing, but to continue to look at the Valka. You're not insane, Rook. You're experiencing tremendous grief and still managing to lead this caravan. That's something to be proud of. Juno patiently awaits your reply. Well, predicting the future isn't exactly Juno's power. Juno's power is controlling people's minds. That's how you affect the future. That's how she exerts control over this journey. Clearly pulling some strings here. Looks like we want to know what she's getting out of all this. The Valka grows silent, looking down for a long moment before answering. My role is many names. Instigator, catalyst, mistake. Juno thinks she has some kind of grand purpose here. Didn't actually answer us. Juno doesn't know what her role is. We can ask the other ones, so I think I'm going to ask those. Journey is forging them into what the future will require. The era of peace is over, and one of survival has begun. So she knows that the people in Aberrang are not survivors, not like we are. Living inside all of those layers of walls, they get soft. They don't know how to support themselves anymore, and they won't know how to defend themselves from the multiple ends of the world that are approaching.
A lot of people in that city who don't know what's important, Rook. They're not like us.
They'll tear us apart. Because of the dredge? But because of a coming darkness that is pushing the dredge. Yeah, you know what? Let's talk about this a bit more. You are always...
Can we elaborate on this darkness?
You have always been very vague about this. You've seen the signs of its coming. Dredge in numbers, the land breaking apart. It's a force unlike any other. And the Mender Council doesn't know about it, according to Juno. Weird. And I'll take a quick vote. Does Rook put himself down, or do we just disengage? We've gotten all the information out of Wizard. That seems to be a no. Rook is holding himself together pretty well. He started out the second game a little mad. Oh, yeah, how about that serpent? Yeah, you wanted to go read the wizard libraries and see if you could find anything on it. The chasm at Ormsdollar and the tremors in the ground concerned me. If it comes back, do not attempt to stop it. It would take power unseen in ages to affect the serpent. If you see it, run. Her words chill you as you find yourself nodding to her command. Do not fight the serpent. Please.
That means a lot coming from the person who came up with the zany scheme to kill the immortal man.
Yeah, really. Okay, still no training. Alright, yeah. I think we're good to go. Could a certain immortal rock man stop the snake? Maybe. But I mean, there's things you can do. I don't know, actually. I'm not sure. A woman hauls a young girl in front of you in a crowd of others. Caught her stealing enough food to feed a starving varl, the woman says. Not the first time I've seen her at it either. The girl looks familiar. She's part of the thin group of humans you picked up on the trail. The Ravens made it to Bindle, the mining town, and then we found out, according to Zephyr, another mender, Juno was dead. And then we cut back to Rook's caravan, so that is left on a cliffhanger. Looks like people want to ask the little girl, why are you stealing? Never know when you'll get rid of us, the girl says. People always get rid of us. Her mother bursts through the crowd. Stupid girl, these people were good to us, she says, but it's too late. Drifters, come the angry shouts from the clansmen. Drifters are people without a banner. They are blamed for all sorts of woes, mostly undeserved. The Varl and clansmen alike run them off before you can make sense of it all, but you are left wondering what will become with them. More clansmen forced out. Our people don't trust other people. You notice the archer Nid because she is standing perfectly still looking out into the distance. Let me guess, you see more grass. When she turns to you, she's not smiling. Dredge, she says quietly. How is that possible, you ask, knowing better than to doubt her sight? I thought we lost him at the chasm. You can make out a dust cloud on the horizon, which means they can make out the one produced by the caravan, and it's heading the same direction as you, towards Lundar. The Valka walks to your side and says, I was afraid of this. The cracks in the ground along the Eastway Road. It's like that damn crevice at Sigerholm all over, Hakon says. The dredge were just pouring out of it. Does that mean they could, Juno finishes your question, appear almost anywhere? Yes, but let's not panic the caravan. Just keep moving. The dredge live mostly underground.
There's a whole civilization of them underground, and we don't know where any of their tunnels and caverns and whatnot extend to.
Yeah, they should not be
settlements under anywhere.
surprised at any of this.
Though it appears beset with war.
Lundar is having a bit of a problem. I think we're in for some fighting. I am ready. Yeah, hear the war horns as soon as we get in there. Horseborn are attacking. Might get to fight some horsies. See, that's the thing. I'm pretty sure the dredge are not coming after us unnecessarily. Bellower was after us for sure. I think he really wanted to kill Ivor, but other than that. So sweat, this is bad, Hakon says. Lundar's fighting on two fronts and barely holding it together. Hakon's been worrying long before you were ever born. His worried look is unsettling. I always heard the horseborn had trouble with walls since they usually fight in open fields, he says. Ubin's the only one old enough to actually know, but it doesn't really matter because those walls will barely slow the dredge. And if those dredge flatten this town, we're defenseless out on these plains, Ivor says. But what are the horseborn after? All eyes turn to Rourke, Deirdre, and Skahak. The 3 horseborn in your caravan are pointed and talking excitedly in their own language. Deirdre nods toward Rourke, tossing her head and baring her teeth. You are surprised by the look of savage fury on their faces as the couple takes off without warning, charging the attacking horseborn. While Skahak remains behind, he clearly wants to join them, but he awaits your decision. They could die on their own, Oddleaf shouts, not hesitating to follow Rourke and Deirdre. Ivor's right. Ivor sighs. She's lost her mind over those new members of the clan. Might lose her life for it, too. He looks at you. We could fight Dredge or Horseborn, or split up and fight both if you're feeling suicidal. If we're splitting up, my Varl are hitting the Dredge, Hakon says. We're good at that. Yngvar can do what he wants. He always has. You consider your options. So, we can go after the Horseborn, we can go after the Dredge, or we can split up. We can also ask Skahak what's going on, why are they fighting each other?
I know you only barely speak our language, but please explain horse politics.
Yeah, I was just about to say, please.
Who are those fuckers?
Please tell us about horse politics. We need to know. We have a serious lack of context here. If you could tell us anything about the Dredge, too, that would also be good. Okay, it looks like we're asking 3. I don't think that's going to stick us in anything. Skahak bites his lips and flips his mane left and right. Return fight? He is either nervous and hiding something or cannot find the right words. Hakon spits. We don't have time to figure out his stomps and tail whipping. Okay. 3 options. Fight the Horseborn, fight the Dredge, or fight both. I forget if they make me use 2 teams, which I think we could make. I could swing 2 teams of capable characters. We have 3 new horse characters we might be able to use. It looks like people want to go for maximum risk. Alright, then. The governor steps forward. We're dividing our forces? Are you really that foolish? You know, I'm not even good at... This isn't a decision. We've made our decision. Fuck you. Hate you, Ruga.
If he hates it, that just proves it's the right move.
Yeah, really. It's just this is our sign. The Varl will follow Hakon through a breach in the town's walls while the rest of your fighters and clansmen follow you into the fields. There are more of them than trained fighters with you, but smart tactics could still win this fight. Okay, so we are still low on fighters. Oddleaf is hemmed in near 2 horseborn you assume are Rourke and Deirdre, but the kicked-up dust cloud blurs your sight. We can drive a wedge straight for her, Ivor says, but these horseborn are fast. If they flank us, we'll take heavy losses. We can advance slowly and prevent the flank, or we can get really quick to help Oddleaf. People a little divided over this one. It looks like we're going to go help Oddleaf. All right, let's do it. The governor says, "You'd risk us all for that woman and those 2 mindless beasts?" Yes.
He's still wearing the farthing yard.
Yeah,
you can't abandon that belt.
Yeah, she is. Okay, so Ah, okay. All right, here we are. We have horses in this group. And we have Ivor. We have one Varl. That's useful. Yeah. Yeah, 3 archers, as is tradition. Deirdrio is level 5. No, we are not listening to Ruga. That is not a vote. Ruga does not get to affect our decisions. Yeah, we can't level Oddleaf at the time. Yeah, I need 10 more renown. Oh well, it'll happen soon. Trust me. Giving him this. Yeah, we want Ivor to absorb some damage. Yeah, he'll have strength resist. Here you go, have some extra strength. Okay. Horse battle. Oh, are they just 1 unit? Yeah, they are 1 space. Okay. I'm sorry, I forgot how they work. Wow. That is an interesting makeup of they are all melee units. This may work out for us. Also, one of my favorite tracks in this game when it ramps up. All right. Let's go slowly. They have 12 and 12 or 11 and 11. So they don't have a lot of attack, but they are fast and they can move after attacking. Kind of feels like Fire Emblem a bit, or at least 4 I think was the one where that happened, and you had entire armies attacking one person retreating and a lot of people dying unnecessarily. Yeah, right away. Let's get right into this. They're not going to group up that much because they can move so fast. And they only take up 1 space, so we need to be cautious but effective. Have a kill. Who's going next? You? Alright. Right, I also have Slag and Burn, but I'm not close enough to use that. It's only level 1, too, which is not that great. Ah! Damn it. Alright, we'll move a bit closer. It's fine, take the hit. Yeah, move yourself into my back ranks. Also, strength resist will prevent you from hurting me. If you do not commit to your attack, I will crush you. Shit. Unfortunate. Maybe I could bait them into going after Rourke. Damn it. That's some damage. Oh my god! Somebody run over that trap, please. Also, Rourke's gonna die if I don't do something.
It's a world without horses. Mobile warfare is completely foreign to us.
Yeah, let's do a poison. Alright, Rourke's probably gonna die, unfortunately. Not much I can do about that. Now, if I use an effective trap... Well... No. Break. I need to get some damage on these guys. Yeah, let's weaken their archer. Our formation means very little here. Okay. He lost his turn because he's stunned. Alright then. There you go. Alright, Rook. 8 strength, 10 strength. Marking prey would not actually work. No, it would. It just wouldn't do that much damage. Not if I only have 1 willpower, though, so... Yeah, Impale works on these guys well because of how many steps they take. Also, Oddleaf is out in the open and surrounded by enemies. This is kind of bad. Yeah, the guys who are strong need to be less strong. The guy just took 7 damage. Definitely going to be some injuries in this fight. It's a bit easier when you have, like, more Varl to make a wall with and can, like, push and repel them, but the Swarm is very effective. Ah, here we go. Alright, let's start cleaning these guys up and hopefully prevent some injuries. More of them are coming? Well, shit. Oddleaf is down. My willpower is considerably less than I expected for this fight. Ugh. That kick. Ivor's gonna lose his turn. Son of a bitch. You, die. Okay, just kill enough until they run. That is this. Yeah, they're gonna keep regenerating. It's only going to get worse. Come on, 80%. Nice. Can you please stop that? Alright, try to regenerate some will. Need to clean up these guys back here. Shit, Ivor has 0 armor. 1 armor, I'm sorry. Actually, no, I'm just going to hit him for 1. And then he will die next turn. Yeah, Ivor's been getting kicked in the face a whole bunch. He's also about to fucking die. Yep, that's gonna happen. Oh boy. Maybe if I retreat, I can prevent catastrophe here. If I move away slightly. That might help. These guys are going to wear down Luton and Deirdre, though, if I don't do something about that. Rook is still at full health. This is fortunate. Yeah, Alette would get Overwatch, which is super good in this situation. So you can just sit around and take out guys who are being a problem. I need to get rid of that guy next. You're dead. Ivor, just run into them and hit them. Holy shit, do they really want me to kill all these guys? Because that may be a tall order. No crits in this battle, huh? Crits are out of style? Good. If I move away from him, he will be forced to kill himself. What? That didn't kill him? That killed him. Okay, good. He didn't do anything. He managed to not affect the tide of battle. Good. Hang in there. Gotta kill every single one we can. Deirdre's down. That guy goes next, huh? In that case... Rip Dog Trio, we will miss you. So sorry. Yeah, 2 characters we can win this fight, absolutely.
Very courteous of that horse to waste all of its blood.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, they'll do
Just
that.
move as much as possible.
They can't stop moving. Not enough. Oh god. God, we're accumulating all these status effects here. Shit. Not a good choice in retrospect. Just gonna wear him down and hope that's what I need to win, because that's what it's coming down to. Also, ow. Also you. Oh god, Rook is dead. Nice crit. Well, shit. Yeah, okay. Think I have this maybe figured out? No, never mind. That undid it. That's not gonna matter because it's... Okay, good. Good deflect. Yeah, this is not looking good. God, they had to take my Varl for this fight, didn't they? This game has to stop doing that. It's really hurting my chances. Also, crit. Good crit. Deflect. Good deflect. Luton has all his armor. He could, in theory, still win. Just, you know, at a snail pace. Yeah, I could have impaled
These
the melee guy.
horsemen face the prince of all humans. No ordinary spearman.
Well. Okay, that's a game over.